What's up? It's me, D.W.C, and today we have episode number 2 of my Milwaukee Brewers franchise. Today we have the opening day game, so let's get right into it. But first, you see here, I go into free agency and sign Jose Miguel Fernandez for $520K for 1 year. He's looking for $80K, but when you bring him up to the MLB, his demands go up, so that's why I did that. And you see we finished spring training at 17-11, so that's a good record, but spring training doesn't matter that much. Into opening day we go. Alright, so here we are, opening day 2016 against the San Francisco Giants at Miller Park. We're playing at home on opening day, which is nice. Doesn't always happen unless you're the Cincinnati Reds, of course. Both teams looking to get out to a 1-0 start here on opening day. Let's get into some more presentation. Here you see it, Miller Park. The roof is open for opening day on the 2016 season. Big crowd, full crowd here today. They highlight our pitching, which I don't get because we finished 4th in every category in the NL Central and bottom half of the league in every category in the MLB. But you see Jimmy Nelson and Madison Bumgarner on the bump for opening day. And here comes some more presentation. And while the presentation is playing, real quick before the gameplay gets started, I'm going to talk about a couple little points here. So the Milwaukee Brewers going into the 2016 season have the lowest payroll in the entire MLB, which I thought was a cool little fact just to add in here in our first gameplay episode. As well as they had the 17th best attendance last season, which is right about the midway point of the league, which is not great but not bad, but they finished 4th worst in the league last year, tied with Colorado and Oakland. So when you have the 4th worst record in the entire league and you still finish right about middle of the pack when it comes to attendance, you have a pretty decent fan base behind you, and we'll be looking forward to that in this franchise mode with the Milwaukee Brewers this season. Here you see a starter comparison. Madison Bumgarner, 6'5", 250, 26 years old, 7 years pro. Nelson, an inch taller, same weight, same age, but only 3 years pro. Nelson took that shot to the head off a line drive there a couple years back. All healthy again here now, looking to have a good start here on opening day. Giants lineup, you got Span, Pence, Posey, Belt, Crawford, Duffy, Panik, Pagan, and the pitcher Bumgarner in the 9-hole. And here he is, our ace, Jimmy Nelson, on the bump on opening day, getting the start, 6'6", 250, 26 years old. Looking to get out to a good start here in his 2016 season debut. And as we settle in, the first batter he will face will be Denard Span, who hit .301 last season, looking to get off to a good start this year. Nelson settles, gets his sign. The first pitch of the 2016 season is in there for a strike. Sinker at the bottom of the strike zone. 0-1 count to Spain. The next pitch now on the 0-1 count. Nelson delivers, and it is dribbled down the first baseline. Nelson fields it and makes a nice athletic throw onto Chris Carter for the first out of the season. Next batter up would be Hunter Pence. Nelson with the fastball outside, just misses. Now the 1-2 count to Pence, and it is a slider down and away, and he strikes him out. First strikeout of the year for Nelson. First pitch to the 3-hole hitter, Buster Posey now, is a slider down and away. It is grounded softly towards second base. Jose Miguel Fernandez fields and throws on to first for the out. Scoreless top of the first inning. And here you see the lineup I went with for the Brewers. We have VR, Luke Roy hitting second, Ryan Braun third, Chris Carter fourth, Fernandez, Santana, Hill, Keon Broxton, and then the pitcher Nelson in the 9-hole. And getting the start on opening day for the Giants is their ace, of course, Madison Bumgarner, one of the best lefties in the game. 6'5", 250 pounds, 26 years old. Jonathan Villar into the box to lead off the season for us, hitting-wise. And Bumgarner gets his sign. The first pitch from Bumgarner in the 2016 season is a fastball down and just catches the bottom of the strike zone according to the umpire. Now an 0-2 count to VR. The pitch is off his leg. That is not what you want to do on an 0-2 count. Bumgarner lets it get away from him and hits VR to lead off the game. Lucroy at the dish now, and VR is off on the 2-1 count. The throw from Posey is in time, and they nab VR, trying to steal second base there to lead off the game. Now it's a 3-1 count with 1 out to Lucroy. The pitch from Bumgarner is hit well past the second baseman into the outfield for a base hit. If only VR did not get caught stealing. Now Ryan Braun up with a 1-0 count and 1 out in the bottom of the first with Lucroy on first. Bumgarner with the pitch, and it is hit kind of well, not too great, to right field. Hunter Pence fields it and throws it back in as Lucroy retreats to first. Chris Carter in now for his first at-bat of the season with Lucroy still on first. The 0-2 count is high, and Carter whiffs on it. That is a strikeout to end the inning for Madison Bumgarner. Scoreless game at the end of the first. Belt in for his first bat of the season with an 0-2 count. The pitch from Nelson is hit towards third base. He is sawed off. Hill charging, bare hands, throws on to first, and it is called safe. But we get a prompt to challenge the play. Craig Counsell is coming out to argue the call. 15 seconds to challenge. We're going to take a look at the replay here first and then make our decision. Here we see Hill charging, barehanding, throwing on to first, and it looks like it just beats him to the bag, so we're going to challenge, and the call is overturned, and we get the out at first base to lead off the inning. Now Crawford up with 1 out, the 1-1 count to him. The pitch from Nelson is low and ripped down the third base lawn, just fair. Braun gets over, fields it, goes up against the wall, throws into second, and Crawford is just in there ahead of the throw. Maybe if he didn't hold up against the wall, he could have got him, but Crawford is in to second base with a 1-out double. And after a pop-out, Panic is in for his first at-bat of the game and second with Crawford on second, and it is grounded towards short. VR fields it, throws on to first base for the out to end the inning. Jose Miguel Fernandez stepping into the box now for his first at-bat as a Brewer, the new signing out of free agency. The pitch from Bumgarner is up and in and hit fairly well to center field. The center fielder steps back a few steps, makes a catch for the out to lead off the inning. Now Aaron Hill, 1-2 count with a runner on after a walk, and that one is hit well to center field, and it is caught just at the warning track. The center fielder makes the play, and Santana retreats to first base. Now Broxton with 2 out and Santana on first. The 1-0 count to him. The pitch from Bumgarner is a curveball, and it is hit well towards the gap. And with Broxton's speed, that will surely be a double, but will they send Santana? With 2 out, they decide to chance it and send him. The cutoff throw is in time, and they nail him at the plate. Here we see a nice outside shot of the stadium in Milwaukee. The water fountain, beautiful shot there. But ahead to the next at-bat to lead off the top of the third. 1-0 count, and it is crushed to right field. It gets down and to the wall. Santana fields it, throws into second, but Pagan gets in there with a leadoff double in the top of the third. Bumgarner up next, and they're letting him swing the full count, and it is a slider, and he strikes out. Probably should have had him bunting there. Now, the next batter, Spain, 0-1 count to him, is grounded towards third. The runner goes back to second, throw on to first, and it is an out. So that is 2 out now for Hunter Pence. The 1-0 count to him is right down the middle, but he just misses it, and it is flown to left field. Braun settles under it, makes the catch to end the inning. And after a quiet bottom half of the inning, Belt is up with an 0-2 count. The pitch to him is a curveball in there, freezes him, and he gets struck out by Nelson. The next batter now. 1-2 count to him. The curveball again this time, gets a ground ball with a runner on first, thrown in the dirt by Hill, and scooped for the out. Braun up again for a second at-bat in the bottom of the fourth inning with a 1-1 count. The pitch is up, and it is ripped into left field, gets down for a base hit. Now we see Carter in with a 1-0 count. Braun on first, already struck out once in this game. He gets the pitch from Bumgarner. It is up, and it is hit well towards right field. It is back, and it is gone. Home run, Chris Carter. We see the extremes of Chris Carter here with a strikeout and a home run early on, as he rounds the bases, giving the Brewers a 2-0 lead here in the 4th inning with a 2-run shot off of Madison Bumgarner. 2-run home run, Chris Carter, his first of the season, 376 feet, going opposite field right there. Here you see the pitch, left up by Bumgarner, and Chris Carter takes advantage of that, sending it to right field and into the stands. Now Miguel Fernandez in to follow that up. He gets a pitch down, and it is hit past the shortstop and into center field for a hit. And that will be his first hit as an MLB player. Nice to record that there with him in this first game of the season, as you see the ball thrown to Chris Carter, who just hit that home run, and he will take it back into the dugout for him. Now Domingo Santana up with him on first base. That is hit well towards the gap. That will get down to the wall. Fernandez had to hold up to see if it got down. He will stop at third. Santana's into second with a double. On now to Aaron Hill with 2 runners on and none out with an 0-2 count. He'll be looking to drive him in here. Bumgarner sets and delivers. The pitch is a slider down and in. Hill can't hold up, and he goes down swinging. Next up, Broxton had a double in his first at-bat. 2-2 count to him. It is left up, and he hits it well towards right field, but Pence gets over, covers it, but the runner's tag, and a run is in as Milwaukee pushes it to a 3-0 lead here in the opening day game. Now Jimmy Nelson up with a runner on third and 2 out, and he will get a slider down and in, and he misses it, and he goes down swinging to end the inning. But he's back on the mound in the 5th. 1-1 count is ripped into right field, and that will be a base hit to lead off the inning for the Giants. Now Pagan in to follow him with a 2-1 count. The pitch is high, and it is hit hard past the second baseman into center field. The runner will hold at second, and they will have 2 men on with none out here in the 5th inning. Bumgarner up again, and again they have him swinging with 2 on and none out. And he pops it up to the third baseman. Hill gets there, settles under it, and fields it, and makes the catch for the out. On to Denard Span with 1 out and 2 on. The 1-2 pitch is grounded to second base, flip on to short, and thrown to first for the double play to end the inning. Now Jonathan Villar in the bottom of the 5th with none out to lead it off. 1-0 count, and he rips it into left field. The left fielder gets there to cut it off and throws it in. Now on to Lucroy. A 2-2 count to him with Villar on first. Bumgarner delivers, and it is high, and Lucroy rips it to left center. It is in the gap, and it'll get down at the wall. Villar will round third and come home, and Jonathan Lucroy has himself an RBI double here on opening day to give the Brewers a 4-0 lead. And that will be the day for Madison Bumgarner, a disappointing opening day for him as he gets yanked, giving up 4 runs in less than 5 innings. A disappointing start for him here on opening day. But in comes Matt Cain, the 6'3", 31-year-old, looking to clean it up out of the pen. Here you see him pitching to Fernandez with 2 out and a runner still on third, and he gets him to pop up into left field, and that will end the inning. Nelson facing Posey with an 0-2 count already, 1 out, and the slider catches the outside of the plate. Posey goes down looking as he takes a strikeout. And here you see Jimmy Nelson's pitch usage, 47% sinker, 26% four-seam, 14% split evenly on the off-speed pitches. Belt up with an 0-2 count and 2 out, and he swings at a fastball just off the plate, and he goes down swinging as well. And this is how the bottom of the 6th will go for me. Here you see Santana strike out. Then up next would be Aaron Hill, and he would strike out. And then Keon Broxton, and he would also strike out. So that was a rough bottom half of the inning for me. 3 strikeouts. Not too fun right there. Nelson back out on the mound, though, to face Crawford. And that is ripped to left field, down, and Braun fields it off the wall, throws to second, but it is not in time, and Crawford has his second double of the day. And we warm up a reliever, but Nelson wants to finish this inning off himself with a runner on second. The pitch is hit into right field, but Santana gets there quickly, throws home to hold the runner at third. Panic looking to clean up these runs here with a 2-2 count. The pitch to him is hit to second, flipped on to VR for 1, on to Carter for 2, and they get the double play as the run scores. 4-1 now in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out. VR hits it back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Lucroy in looking for his 3rd hit of the day, the 1-1 count to him with VR on first. VR is off, and that is flown weakly into right field, and Pence fields it and throws on to first, and VR is caught going, and he is doubled up. Nelson back out to start the 8th, the 0-2 count, and it is flown to left field. Braun is under it, but he botches it. He misses it. The runner goes into second, and the throw is not there in time. And that will do it for Jimmy Nelson on the day. He goes 7 strong innings. And the error by Braun will end his day as we bring in a reliever here. He's going to get a big applause from the crowd. Hats off to him. Great start here for him on opening day. As Corey Nebel comes in, 6'4", 24-year-old reliever, comes in out of the pen, looking to hold it where it is. The first batter he faces, Span, gets to a full count, and it is a curveball low as Span works the walk. That is not what you want to see right out of the bullpen, but the next batter is Hunter Pence, and he would pop that one up to right field. Santana fields it in time, gets under it, makes a strong throw to third to hold the runner at second, and we have 1 out in the inning. Now the 1-2 count to Posey with 2 on. The pitch from Nebel is low, and it is hit to VR, flipped on to Fernandez for 1, on to Carter for 2 to end the inning as the Brewers turn another double play, and George Contos comes in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fernandez in with an 0-1 count, and he rips it into right field. His 2nd hit as an MLB player, got his first earlier in the game. Santana would follow him, and he gets a pitch up, and he hits it well to right field, but Pence will get there in time to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. And after a quiet bottom of the 8th, you see Will Smith coming on to close it out. 6'5", 26 years old. First batter he would face would be Belt, and his first pitch out of the pen would be low. But the 1-2 count to Belt is high, and he strikes him out again. Belt goes down for the 3rd time this game. Next up would be Brandon Crawford with 1 out, and the first pitch he sees, he lifts to right field, and it is caught by Santana. The Giants' final hopes would come down to Duffy here on opening day. The 0-2 count to him with 2 out is a curveball down and in. He swings and misses, and Will Smith gets the save as Jimmy Nelson gets the win here on opening day. A great performance by him. Solid performance overall, and here you see a nice little animation here in the outfield. That's a new one added in this year. Solid performance by the team all around to get the win here on opening day and start us off on a positive note in this 2016 season. Your player of the game would of course be Jimmy Nelson. The starting pitcher has a great performance here on opening day and gets the win. You see here he goes 7 innings, giving up 6 hits, 1 run, walking 1, and striking out 5. But that'll do it for this game. Milwaukee comes out on top 4-1 with 10 hits to the Giants 6. Milwaukee does have 2 errors, but it does not affect them as they get the opening day victory over the San Francisco Giants. And here you see our box score on the day. Some of the highlights being VR going 2 for 3, Lucroy going 2 for 4 with an RBI, Braun going 1 for 4, Chris Carter going 1 for 4 with 2 RBI on that big home run and 2 strikeouts. Fernandez getting 2 hits in his MLB debut. Santana getting a hit, and Broxton getting a hit. And our errors would come 1 from Braun, 1 from Chris Carter. VR gets caught stealing twice, and the pitching stats would be Jimmy Nelson going 7 innings, giving up 6 hits, 1 run, a walk, and 5 strikeouts as we see. Nebel going 1 inning, giving up a walk, and Will Smith getting the save, going 1 inning with 2 strikeouts. And that'll do it for opening day for the Brewers, victorious here on opening day in the 2016 season. And that'll also do it for this episode number 2 of the Brewers franchise. And I will see you next time in episode number 3.